Luke 19:10. For the Son of Man has come to seek and save that which was lost. Gather your family, your spouse, your friends in a socially responsible way, and welcome to Wednesday's edition of Coffee and Conversation. On Sunday was our Missions Sunday. Now, it looked a little bit different this year because, well, everything looks a little bit different this year. But it was still a great Sunday morning service. We had a special guest, Pastor Mark Goring from Church in the Regent Park. That's a church plant that Warden has faithfully served and supported for a number of years now. And so it was great to have Pastor Mark with us. And he gave a great message based off of Luke chapter 19, verse 1 through 10, the story of Zacchaeus. If you missed the service or you want to go back and listen to it again, just find it on our YouTube channel. It was a message worth listening to a second time. But we want to provide you with some questions that you can ask each other in community and discuss in community so that we can actually take what we heard on Sunday and put it into practice in our everyday life. We don't want to just come on a Sunday and have that be that. We want to grow in our faith, grow in our expression of what it means to be a Christian and walk out our faith in our daily lives. So here's our questions for today that we want you to discuss in community. Question number 1. What does it mean to be available for people? Pastor Mark talked about the story of how Jesus actually sought out people, those who are hurting, those who are in need. In our lives, we can be quite busy. We can have quite a lot of things on the plate and different preoccupations and all sorts of things going on. So what does it mean for us to be available for people? To actually make room and make time in our schedules, in our daily rhythms, to be available for those who are hurting, those who are in need, those who need a word of hope from God. What does it mean to be available for people? That's question number 1. Question number 2. What are the needs in your community? What are the needs in your community? Pastor Mark shared one of the greatest impacts that his studies at Fuller Seminary had was this idea of knowing your community, knowing the needs of your community. Our church building is at Warden and Shepherd, but we're joining from all over the place. And so what does your community, those around you, those that you're plugged in with, those who you interact with or pass by every day, what are their needs? If not, try to find that out. Try to spend some time in learning what are the needs of your community, the community around you. We want to be intentional in that. And question number 3, who can you invite to Warden Full Gospel Assembly? Pastor Mark shared a number of stories of people that have been impacted by their church during this pandemic. People that have come across their church and been involved and enjoyed their services online, people who wouldn't have watched them beforehand. It's a pretty easy way to invite people to church these days, is to say you can join us online. You can simply tell them, join us Sundays at 10:30. Just head over to wardenfullgospel.com/live and we can join in together. But think about who you could even invite to your house in a safe and responsible way to watch with you, to join with you. Maybe you can even invite them to our physical service at the church. But who can you be inviting to join us? Who needs to hear this message of hope and life that we have in Christ? Pastor Mark ended his message with this kind of response. He led us in a response saying, Lord, help me this week to be intentional, available, and attentive. And these 3 questions are just some of the ways that we can start thinking about how we can be intentional, available, and attentive to the world and community around us. So there's your 3 questions. Discuss them in community. You can even share some answers below in these videos if you'd like, but use these to grow in your walk with God. God bless you, church.